So on this question, we're trying to solve x squared equals negative 2x. Okay, so let me write clearly what it is we're doing. We are solving x squared with an equal sign. This is an x squared equation, and it has an equal sign. So how do you do this? Step number one, get a 0 on one side. So x squared is positive x squared. So what do I mean by that? Well, coming over here, so we have x squared equals negative 2x. And here's our wall of separation. Okay, so basically, we want to get rid of one side or the other so that you have a 0 on one side. There's a certain way you want to do that and a certain way you don't. You don't want to do this. This is what you don't do this. You go boom, 0 minus x squared minus x. That's going to be hard because your x squared is negative. You want your x squared to be positive, not negative. So don't do it that way. Instead, do it the other way. So instead, I'll go plus 2x. I'll get rid of the other side. So get rid of the other side, not the x squared side. Get rid of the stuff on the other side. Do the same thing to both sides. And then these will cancel, and this will be 0. And then the other side is the x squared side is x squared plus 2x. Now he's positive x squared. That's how we want it done. So now what do we do next? Step number 2. Factor. Now in this case, notice we don't have 3 terms. We do not have 3 terms. So for two terms factoring, take out the GCF 1 parentheses. Right? In other words, I look at these guys and I go, oh, they have x in common, 1 parenthesis, not 2. We get so used to the 2 parenthesis thing, right? But this is not that. This is not 2 parentheses. Like, let me show you the back, or let me go to one that was. See this one here we just did a few minutes ago. This one had 3 terms. See that? So if they have 3 terms, yeah, you're doing multiply, add, multiply, and that'll be the 2 parentheses. But on this one, it's only 2 terms. It's not 3. So instead of doing the 2 parentheses, I'm not doing the 2 parentheses. I'm just taking out what they have in common. I'm asking myself, x times what? Well, x. We'll go back to x squared. And x times what? 2. We'll go back to 2x, huh? You see that? It's 1 parenthesis factoring. It's take out what's in common. All right, where do you go from here now? Well, same step. As always, you set each part equals 0 and solve. So then I'll take the x alone, just the x all by itself. That's 0. I'll go or, and then I'll take the x plus 2 alone equals 0. Now that one's done. X equals 0 is done. Then I finish solving the other part here. Minus 2, boom, minus 2. So the answers are 0 and minus 2. 0 and minus 2. Those are, now what, so we're done with the question. Those are the values that make the equation true. What do I mean? Meaning if I came back up here and I plugged in 0, x, it would make it true. Of course, we should have seen that one coming up. 0 squared is clearly equal to minus 2 times 0. 0 equals 0. But does the other one work too? Yeah, if you put negative 2 squared, negative 2 times negative 2. I plugged in negative 2. Does it work? Yeah, well, this is 4 and this is 4. Well, both are positive 4, aren't they? It works. You see that? These are the 2 answers that make the equation true, balance the equation. That's what we have found using the logical steps. And so there we go.